Is 12 on your side at 6.
Now at 6, Democrats gain ground with early voting just hours away. What Virginia voters are most worried about and how it will impact the results of November's election.
But first, a push to expand health care in Chesterfield. 3 hospital systems duking it out, each hoping to prove why they should be allowed to expand in the county. That's where we begin tonight at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kurt Autry.
And I'm Jasmine Turner. As Chesterfield continues to grow, so does the demand for health care. Today, all 3 local health systems shared why they should expand. Joel Vasquez is live now in Chesterfield. On your side at 6.
Yeah, Jasmine, Kurt, I spoke with the county administrator before this meeting, and he tells me it kind of felt like a Shark Tank episode. Now, 2 of these proposals would call for a new hospital, while the third will just expand on a current facility. However, the state health commissioner can only pick one.
Chesterfield County is one of the fastest growing localities in the state, with nearly 20% of residents being 65 and older, making up a majority of medical calls for fire and EMS.
Unfortunately, there are only 2 acute care hospitals within the county, Johnston Willis Hospital to the north and St. Francis Medical Center to the northwest,
leading to longer response times for much of the county. The Chesterfield Fire and EMS chief tells me they take about 46% of patients to hospitals outside the county, but that could soon change. VCU Health and HCA are proposing new hospitals, with Bon Secours pushing to expand its current footprint.
The needs of healthcare of our aging populations are not diminishing.
VCU is proposing a 66-bed general hospital along Beach Road with 6 operating rooms and a neonatal unit.
Chesterfield Hospital will help VCU Health examine the obstacles and barriers patients face to getting appropriate care, enhance population health.
HCA wants to build a 60-bed facility called Magnolia Hospital, featuring 6 ICU beds and 4 ORs along Whole Street Road in Mosley, right next to Powhatan County. Powhatan's fire chief showing his support.
Why Magnolia Hospital's ideal location will make a significant difference in the outcomes of the patients that we have the privilege to serve.
And Bon Secours plans to expand its St. Francis Medical Center by adding 36 general beds and 4 ICU beds.
Our proposed opportunity is to address a facility-specific institutional need for expansion, and does not propose the development of a new costly hospital.
The county administrator showing his support for all 3 hospitals.
I just like to think and say that we are greatly supportive of the interests of any and all medical providers and whatever they may do in coming to Chesterfield County.
Now, staff members of the state health commissioner were also in attendance, and they were taking notes. They're then going to make a recommendation to the state health commissioner, who will then decide which project moves forward. For now, Chesterfield County, Joel Vasquez, 12 on your side.
All right, Joel, thank you. A live look outside as the sun's starting to set after several days of rain. The skies across the viewing area will continue to clear as we move toward the weekend, but don't get used to all this sunshine and summer-like weather. Meteorologist Megan Wise standing by with details.
Hey, Kurt, it looks just a little bit cooler as we approach the weekend, but tomorrow certainly feeling like summer. Average tomorrow is 80 degrees. Everyone will be above that tomorrow afternoon. Take a look at Farmville. You could approach the 90-degree mark. So a hot day, still looking a little on the muggy side. We have the forecast high in Richmond tomorrow at 86. Mid-80s for our eastern counties, 87 in Hanover, same for you in Petersburg. So a day to just make sure you stay cool, especially if you're someone who works outside. As far as the radar is concerned, we're quiet. We saw sunshine earlier in our western counties, and those clouds lingered a little longer in our eastern counties. That's why temperatures held steady in the 70s towards our east, but certainly warmed up to our west. Still 82 right now in Louisa. We're at 80 in Chesterfield. South Hill is at 81 degrees, and everyone's looking at a mainly clear sky tonight. Mid-evening temperatures, upper 60s, still close to 70 degrees. I'll have a closer look at our weekend forecast coming up here in less than 10 minutes. Jasmine?
Thank you. A Sandston woman says an Amazon driver delivered her order, but then accidentally left with her cat.
And it's happened before. She tells 12 on your side the driver ignored her instructions, which in turn left her fearless feline Twitch to jump into his van. Madison McNamee on your side at 6, working to get answers from Amazon.
Now, the Meyer family has a camera along this way that shows that Amazon van driving up their quarter-mile-long driveway with all of its doors open, and they believe that is how their fearless one-year-old cat, Twitch, jumped inside of it and then accidentally got catnapped. And the reason why they have that theory is because they tell me it's happened before. Twitch is a curious, fearless feline.
His left ear is clipped. He has an all-black tail with a white tip.
Rebecca Meyer and her family rescued him and his mom and siblings and brought them to their home out in the woods in Sandston.
He walks with a little head tilt, so we named him Twitch.
Tilt and all, he loves to wander, as his home has a really long driveway, think more than 1,000 feet. It's why Meyer leaves specific instructions for any delivery drivers to drop off closer to the street where her mailbox is. But Sunday, that didn't happen.
They came up to the house, the van door was wide open.
That's when Meyer thinks Twitch jumped into the van because she says it's happened before.
July 17th, we had an Amazon delivery. We're surrounded by woods. We live on a dead-end street, and Twitch was missing. Apparently, he was found at the East Henrico fire station 2 hours after the Amazon delivery, which is a 6-mile radius. And even though he might, that's pretty far way to go in 2 hours if you're not hopping a ride on an Amazon van.
Meyer checked there and the shelter this time, but no luck, and Twitch has been gone ever since. It's why she's asking the community to keep an eye out for her four-legged friend, since she says Amazon hasn't been much help.
I've sent emails, phone calls, even, I'm not blaming them. I just want to know if he was on the van. They can definitely pull video. Every van of theirs has a video.
Instead, she's been told to leave her cats inside or select a pickup location. Amazon tells us it's looking into this.
I just want them to respond with, that they reviewed the video and they have an idea of where he could be, or maybe he's not even on there. So we just want answers from them.
Now, if you think that you have seen Twitch or you have any idea where he could possibly be, you can reach out to Rebecca Meyer. We will have all of her details linked on our website. In Sandston, Madison McNamee, 12 on your side.
Thank you. In Goochland, a large crowd expected at tonight's Planning Commission meeting. On the agenda, the controversial Tech Overlay District. Now, that plan would bring a data center to the West Creek Business Park and possibly the use of a small nuclear reactor to power it. Several residents tell 12 on your side they oppose this idea. Tonight's meeting gets underway in about 30 minutes in the Goochland High School auditorium. Look for a live report when you join us at 7.
In Henrico, the school board is exploring changes to school boundaries. And tonight you have the chance to give your input on proposals. The board is hosting a town hall at Tucker High from 7 to 9 p.m. There, you'll hear about proposed changes and how they could impact you. The division says it is looking at 7 different options. So if you cannot make tonight's meeting, there are 2 more coming up. We have those dates on our website and mobile app.
Early voting starts tomorrow here in Virginia. A new poll out today shows how the governor's race is shaping up. Democratic candidate Abigail Spanberger leading Republican Winsome Earl Sears by 12 points. 8% of voters tell the Wasson Center they are undecided. Democrats also lead in the race for lieutenant governor and attorney general. The biggest concerns for Virginia voters, cost of living and inflation. And with early voting getting underway tomorrow, candidates are crisscrossing the Commonwealth speaking with voters.
Whether you are voting early on Election Day or in person or by mail, election officials all agree it's important to make your voice heard. Political reporter Henry Graff on your side at 6 with more.
Friday is the day early voting starting in Virginia. It marks the 45-day window where we can all go vote ahead of Election Day. Early voting is available at your local registrar's office or at nearby satellite locations if offered by your locality.
We are certainly looking for a lot of our residents to come out for early voting. It has certainly been very popular.
There's also curbside voting if you can't make it inside the building during the early voting period. You are also able to drop off your ballot if you requested it through the mail at an official drop-off location, normally a secure box outside of your local voter registrar's office. Otherwise, you should get it in the mail as soon as possible.
For early voting, we have tested all the voting machines and ballot combinations ahead of time. So the voting machines are been logic and accuracy tests. They have been certified. They have been sealed.
2 weeks out from Election Day, some localities offer satellite locations to early vote, and you can also vote on certain Saturdays leading up to Election Day. Times and locations can widely vary depending on where you live. In Richmond, the new voter registrar says while things have changed since the last time he worked in the city, they are ready for voters to show up.
But that was from 2012 to 2014. And things were a bit different then, right? We had different voting equipment.
And if you're on the fence about voting early, listen to this. UVA political analyst Larry Sabato says there's a potential bonus: silence.
It will cut off those annoying phone calls and you won't get as much mail. Doesn't always happen that way, but it does in some areas.
And if you do request an absentee ballot through the mail, you can track that application on its way to you through Ballot Scout. On Your Side in Richmond, I'm Henry Graff, 12 On Your Side.
Thank you, Henry. Ahead of early voting, there is a preview or a chance to review our voter's guide. It has everything you need to know to make an informed decision before you go to the polls. You can find it anytime on our website or mobile app.
It's official. The Richmond Police Memorial statue is coming out of storage. The Planning Commission approved a plan to display the statue outside the Police Training Academy on West Graham Road. It's been out of sight since it was first vandalized during protests back in 2020. The Police Memorial Foundation raised $30,000 to restore it. The Times-Dispatch reporting the statue will be the centerpiece of a new plaza in front of the academy.
To Petersburg now, where the city's grand gamble is a step closer to reality. Work continues on a temporary casino off Brassfield Parkway behind the sheets. Just look at your screen right now. Petersburg Fire Rescue and Emergency Services did a walkthrough this week. A 75,000 square foot facility, the temporary casino, will have hundreds of slot machines and a table for games, restaurant, and live entertainment. The goal is to have this all ready by year's end.
We topped that officially at Richmond International at 80 degrees with the help of some sunshine. And as we go throughout the overnight, temperatures will fall close to 60 degrees for tomorrow morning. That's right at average for this time of year. We do, though, go above average tomorrow afternoon. It will certainly feel like summer. We have the forecast at 86, but plan for a lot of sunshine for our Friday. I'll have more details on what to expect for the weekend coming up. Jasmine?